Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking your time from a busy Sunday to join us in our very interesting sharing session put forward by Jalin Realty. And we are coming across to you from Melbourne, Australia. Today's is actually a very interesting topic about the new evolution of how properties will be transacted. And the topic is actually about using blockchain technology for real estate. We will start in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for 2 or 3 more 3 minutes for people to actually come on board. Today we have 2 very exciting speakers. It's very challenging to get their time, and I'm very happy to be able to secure their Sunday evening here in Melbourne. It's currently at 7:30 p.m. for them to join us. And I'll do the formal introductions. We have James Kaur and Ian Chen, but I'll do the formal introductions shortly when we kick off this session. So, hi James, hi Ian, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi Ernest, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. James, how are you?
Hi, yes. Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can. Very good, thank you so much.
Much.
So before we start, I just wanted to ask you, what did you guys do today on a Sunday?
Relaxing day, preparing for the webinar.
Wow, okay. Yourself, James?
Oh, I'm just looking at some NFT and also preparing for the webinar.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the session proper. I think we've got a few more people coming on board, and when they come and join in, then they'll be able to just catch up. If not, we'll not waste any more time, and we'll actually delve into the exciting world of using blockchain technology for real estate. Now, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've heard a lot about technology, blockchain, NFT, tokens. This whole world of digital tech is disrupting the real estate industry. And this is actually touted not just in Australia, but around the world. So today, we actually have the best minds at Jalin Realty to come together to share their insights and take on how this disruption will probably come about and how you, as a person who's interested in real estate and buy real estate, would be able to benefit from it. So let me quickly introduce who our speakers are today. We have James Kaur. He's a licensed real estate agent. He's an investor and an entrepreneur. He's the project advisor and the founder of NFT Project and an avid cryptocurrency enthusiast. He also strongly believes that NFTs and blockchain will revolutionize the industry and change the world. Next, we have Ian Chen. He's the CEO of Jalin Realty. He's an avid investor in different asset classes, particularly real estate, stocks, and now digital assets. He has built a successful global real estate portfolio. He's leveraging on experiences in stockbroking and real estate investment to catapult his success to a higher level. And he's now decided to venture and embrace the world of blockchain and digital assets. Myself, I'm Ernest. I'm Toll, and I'm also with Jalin Realty here in Australia as a real estate negotiator and property consultant for Jalin Realty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, it's very important that I say this. The calculations, projections, and content for this talk and representations therein are strictly for information purposes only. The comments are meant to briefly highlight some of the more salient issues and in no way represents a comprehensive explanation or advice of any area relating to Australian property, finance, or investment. While reasonable effort has been taken, no warranty is provided as to the accuracy of the information provided, and any responsibility to members of the general public for any loss or damage resulting in reliance on any representation made here is expressly denied. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off our topics and discussion for today. Ian, I think you prepared a very interesting and very concise deck to share with our audience. So let's start off very simply with why, what, and how in blockchain and real estate NFT. The floor is over to you.
Thanks. Hey, thanks, Ernest. Thanks for taking time to join us today, and thank you very much, everyone here. And today we're going to cover some topics on blockchain, cryptocurrencies, Web3, Metaverse, NFT, and real estate NFT, and why are we embarking on this journey? I'm very lucky and fortunate to have James as well. I came across cryptocurrency a couple of years ago, but never paid attention to it. To me, is a asset class which is very volatile and something that is very risky. Yeah, coming from a real estate background and been stockbroking for 15 years, it's just mind-boggling. How does this cryptocurrency move so fast and how volatile they are? But fortunately and luckily as well, I got into the met up with James. Yeah, James, who have joined us last year and shared with me more the exciting world of digital assets, especially on NFT, and got me thinking again. And I got into rabbit hole and read more and understand more about this NFT and blockchain technology. But after going through all and going through a lot of seminars and understand more of real estate, NFT as well, I realized that in fact is big opportunities there and something that can really change the world as well. Yeah. So I guess today we will, with James as well, we share with you more on why Jalin is embarking on real estate NFT and how does this will affect and impact everyone in this world as well. Yes, let's start off with blockchain. I think a lot of us have heard about blockchain, but don't really understand. Just including myself as well. When I heard about blockchain a couple of years ago, I just couldn't figure out what is blockchain. Yeah? What is blockchain? Yeah, I read a lot of books and magazines and still couldn't figure out. But until when I met up with James, James shared with me more details on blockchain and how it will work, especially in this world as well. Yeah. It is basically, it's like a database. It's a recording and storing of information and data that is actually is impossible to change or hack. Yeah, it's like a ledger which is distributed across the entire computer network. So in the blockchain, so it is impossible to hack them. So that's the reason why it has gained popularity, and that's the reason why a lot of people are using this new technology. Yeah, imagining in the 1990s when we start first having internet as well, a lot of us are confused and trying to figure out what internet is. And in fact, blockchain, we are at this stage as well. And I believe we are all still on the early stage, and there's still a lot of things we can use and capitalize on blockchain technology. So the pros and cons of blockchains, yeah. So I'm sure a lot of us know that with the current situation going on, whenever there's transactions, we need to go through a third party, just like banks. Yeah, when you want to remit or withdraw or send any money, you need to go through a bank to do all these transactions. But having said that, with blockchains, it is trustless. As stated, it is trustless, meaning that you do not need to know the other party, yeah, because everything is programmed into blockchain, and when the condition is met, it will automatically transact. Yeah, it will automatically transact, and it's the security and it's unstoppable as well, meaning that everything will proceed as per program, and it will not be changed, and it cannot be hacked. And immutable means that it cannot be replaced or changed as well. Yeah. So, and in fact, like decentralized, what does decentralized means? Currently, we are living more of a centralized world, meaning that banking system, we are all centralized here. Internet is sort of centralized, which is managed by, controlled by a few big company like, as all of us know, like Google, Facebook, yeah, sort of managed by this big conglomerate on the internet. But having said that, blockchain is not controlled by anyone. Yeah? No one can control it, and that's why it's called decentralized. And very importantly, is that for any transactions, yeah, the cost is much lower. As all of us know, when we remit any currency, remit any money from bank, there's charges as well, and it is very efficient and it is borderless. Yeah, the next advantage is that it's peer-to-peer. Yeah, meaning it's from you to me or from me to you, and we call it wallet to wallet. That means if for those who have a digital wallet, you understand better. Yeah? If not, it's good to set up a digital wallet like a MetaMask, Trust Wallet. So these are digital wallet that you control by yourself. Yeah, and it's from me to you directly. without any intermediary. Yeah, so that's why blockchain is so powerful, and a lot of people are adopting it because of all these advantages. And a lot of people thought that blockchain is not transparent. In fact, it is most transparent, meaning that any data or any transaction that occurred, it will be registered in the blockchain. And so it is traceable, and no one can hack it, and no one can change it at all. Yeah? So that's the advantages of blockchain. Yeah? So there are a lot of advantages, and that's the reason why a lot of adopters are moving into blockchain, especially the last couple of years. But having said that, there's some negative as well on blockchain. Yeah, the environmental impact, meaning that to mine the Bitcoin, which is one of the cryptocurrency, it will take up a lot of electricity power. Yeah, so just to mine Bitcoin, like last year, yeah, the power that uses has surpassed some of the countries, smaller countries like Sweden and Argentina just last year. Yeah? So these are things that is the negative part of cryptocurrencies and blockchain, to mine cryptocurrencies. And very important thing is that responsibility. You are responsible for your own wallet. That means if you lose your keys, if you lose your password, and that will be gone. Yeah. So you are responsible for your own wallet, your own password. We call it personal keys. Yeah. So you are responsible. No one is responsible except yourself. Just like the bank, if you lose your ATM number, you can just call the bank. But this one, no, you are responsible. If it's gone, that means it's gone. Yeah. Another thing, the disadvantage is scalability, because blockchain is at an early stage at the moment. Yeah, so the transaction speed may not be so fast. Visa every minute can transact 4,000 transactions, whereas at the moment, like some of the cryptocurrency like Ethereum, they're transacting only 30 transactions per minute. But having said that, they're moving towards stage 2, just like when we first started internet as well. You have to log in through the phone, and as you see, currently everything the speed has improved. So I believe the scalability issues can be resolved as well. Yeah. And the last one is false narrative. I think a lot of us, just like myself as well, when I start reading about cryptocurrency those days, I always link it to illicit activities. Yeah, you think of money laundering, you think of all those things, and in fact, this is not really that true. It's just like a lot of people do money laundering using the US dollar as well, but there's more advantages than disadvantages for blockchain. Yeah, just like when we first started internet, similarly as well. If you go into porn, that's your. A lot of people think the wall is no good. Yeah? Internet is no good, but nowadays all of us embrace internet now. And in fact, a lot of companies, big companies around the world are embracing blockchain. Yeah? As you can see on the right-hand side, banking, a lot of banks are embracing blockchain and cryptocurrency as well. Yeah? In fact, like in Australia, Commonwealth Bank of Australia has started a cryptocurrency exchange. Singapore as well, DBS Bank has started cryptocurrency exchange as well. Yeah? So a lot of public companies, a lot of big companies are moving towards the blockchain because they see the advantages. Yeah, so these are things, and I think that it is timely for us to, especially for us, Jalin Realty, we see the opportunities, and that's why we are embarking into real estate NFT now. And I think a lot of us know that, like Tesla, one of the biggest company in the world, has the founder Elon Musk has put in a lot of has been very interesting character who has invested in certain meme coin as well, which James can share with us more later on. These are exciting cryptocurrencies that Elon Musk has invested in. Yeah, so these are things that's happening with the blockchain, and I believe a lot of people, including big companies over here, are all embracing blockchain, and I think we should move forward together as well to learn more about blockchains and I'm still learning as well. Yeah, every day I'm still learning, but we definitely see huge advantages.
Ian, can I just ask you to pause for a second, because we actually have someone who said that they are unable to view the screen or hear any sound. So I'm just concerned as to whether is it a connection issue. Okay, so the person has been able to reconnect. Okay, if you have any questions you would like to raise it, just use the chat button and then raise the questions over there, and I'll be able to then facilitate the questions to the speakers. All right. So sorry about that, Ian.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, we are very excited with this development. Yeah, we are really excited, and we see there's a lot of development moving forward, and a lot of companies are all embracing blockchain technology as well. Yeah, including real estate. Yeah, including a lot of big companies, mining, insurance, banking. Yeah, they're all embracing blockchain technology.
Right.
Yeah.
Ian, before we go into this part over here, there was a question that was raised, is that, so basically the blockchain technology for real estate essentially is like a ledger of ownership. That's what you're saying, right?
Correct.
Recap it, yeah. And this ledger of ownership is not, one is not able to replace, temper, or edit it. So it's permanent, correct?
It's permanent, yeah, correct. That's right. So that's why, in fact, with this uniqueness of character, it is applicable not only to images, arts, it does apply to real estate as well. Because real estate, we have is unique because we own a title which represents the ownership, and this real estate NFT token can do the same as well. Yeah? So it's very exciting. Yeah, and fungible and non-fungible token. I think James has a lot of things to talk about NFT. He has done a lot of advisor for NFT projects as well. James, want to share with us more on NFT?
Hello guys, hi. So yeah, I'll start off with so what's NFT? Before I start off with what's NFT, so I would like to quickly explain to you the difference between fungible asset and a non-fungible asset. So what is fungible? In simple words, fungible refers to something replaceable or exchangeable. An asset or good, example gold or silver, is the fungible asset. If you can replace or exchange one part of it with another part, then yeah, it's considered fungible. So for example, like your $100 note, or like a gold, silver, currency, oil, those are fungible goods. And you can also consider fungible goods as common items that are not very rare, unique, or collectible. So for non-fungible, it's exactly the opposite of fungible. There is something unique and irreplaceable. An autograph book or rare old coin is a non-fungible, as they both can't be easily replaced. So examples are like arts, painting, autograph book, rare old coins. Back to NFT. So what is NFT? So basically, NFT stands for non-fungible token. Now you might have an idea what it is. Like any other non-fungible assets, a non-fungible token or NFTs are basically something unique and irreplaceable. NFT allows you to buy and sell ownership of unique digital items. NFTs are basically blockchain tokens representing a unique digital items. So for example, it can be art, graphics, music, video, images, and even apply to real estate title, which Ian will touch on more later on. So on the right-hand side, we can see that there is 4 different images. One is Beeper, sold for 69 million on 11th of February 2021. I believe a lot of people heard of CryptoPunks. CryptoPunks, the highest transaction was 22 million. And also Bored Ape Yacht Club has been a very popular NFT at the moment, where a lot of celebrity are embracing it, and not only celebrity, but a lot of NFT enthusiasts and business people that wants to, company that want to enter the space would buy a Bored Ape, as a form of entrance to the space. Lastly, it's Asian Chang'e Goddess, sold for also 10 ETH on 16th of January. So yeah, this is an example of NFT, and I'll touch on like Bored Ape Yacht Club. Bored Ape Yacht Club was launched at the end of April last year. It was at 0.8 ETH. That's about like about 200 to 400 USD at the time. So the price for a Bored Ape flow right now is about like 300,000 over USD. So prices has appreciated because there's only 10,000 Bored Ape, and also Bored Ape has also established itself as a global brand, and also it has a lot of partnership. For example, Adidas, and recently they acquired CryptoPunks, Meebits as well, and they are also very strongly advocating on IP rights. So yeah, that's one of the real use case for also NFT, which is IP rights and ownership. So yeah, I mean
So
that's basically
James?
I hope you guys get an understanding of what NFT is.
James, you're saying that when they first came out for Bored Ape, that was last year April, is that correct?
Yes, it was about I think 23rd of April. Yeah.
And then they have 10,000 of these different ape images. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, so another thing I'd like to add on as well. Also, it also acts like a membership. So a reason like people that own a Bored Ape Yacht Club, it like represents that they are part of a different league of community. So, for example, if let's say Steve Aoki owns a Bored Ape, and you also own a Bored Ape, it's also easier for people to network to a different kind of community. So, like owning a Bored Ape makes you be part of a unique group of people. So like it's like owning a black card in real life. Yeah.
A black card. I see.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So how do you buy this NFT and sell this NFT?
All these NFT that is shown are all on the Ethereum blockchain. So the most widely used marketplace is on OpenSea. So all these are easily available on OpenSea. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that it was launched at $300 US, and currently is trading at around 300,000 US.
Yeah. Like minimum,
Wow,
I would say about 350K at the moment.
350K. Wow. So this one, it has appreciated by, is it 1,000 or 10,000 times?
Yeah, $350 divided by 400 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it is because of scarcity, uniqueness, people and the communities as well. People are willing to pay such a high price for this Bored Ape.
Scarcity is one thing, utility next thing. Also, people believe in the company behind them, the team behind, which is Yuga Lab. They have done like a lot of revolutionary, like amazing things in the space. Like dropping like a mutant ape, which also gives the initial holder like value. So like whoever who hold the Bored Ape already would at least like made, I would say, more than $500,000 for each ape they hold. So they're not only gonna drop like a mutant, they're also gonna drop like lands, and I mean they recently just dropped like ape token as well. So yeah, I mean there's so much value that they could bring, and I mean there's a lot of potential NFT could have. So that's why I believe Ian would like to explore real estate NFT. So yeah.
Yeah, so that's very interesting, James. Yeah, really interesting. So I guess this NFT, the token, the uniqueness, and it cannot be duplicated and it's not replaceable, is very similar to a property title as well. So that's where we come to real estate NFT. Yeah. So because of these unique characteristics, which is not changeable, not replaceable, so it's very similar to our real estate title. So having said that, I think beside all these arts, I think there's a lot of videos as well, and graphic and other things that can be NFT as well. Yeah.
Even music, and royalties all can use. They always use blockchain technology. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. So I think James, I think Ernest as well, as all of us know, investing in real estate is something which is very rewarding. Yeah, we have asset class which is has been historically appreciates steadily in terms of value. Yeah, and most important thing as well, it also provides good return. If you invest in a good property, they give you a good rental yield monthly. So I know a lot of people, including my father, a lot of our peers, they have done well in real estate investment because it provides rental yield, it provides a good hedge against inflation as well. But having said that, for those who have gone through buying properties, we know that it will take the whole process is very cumbersome. Yeah, you need to get the money transferred, you need to get a loan, you need to sign the documentation, you need to go through an agent, and this whole process will take sometimes not months, but sometimes years as well to get these transactions to be done. Yeah, and we realize that the younger generation, a lot of the younger generation, like my children as well, yeah, they get their things very instantaneously. A lot of them, just like my kids, they know how to buy NFT, but they're not familiar in buying real estate, or any real estate. Yeah, so but NFT to them is just a click away because of the ease of transaction, and the market depth is huge as well. It's a global market. Yeah, it's a global market. So that's where Jia-Lin Realty see the opportunity. Yeah, which allow real estate NFT allow instantaneous transaction, ownership transfer and settlement of real estate property via the blockchain technology. Yes, which is very secure and safe as well. And most important thing is that it will increase liquidity. Yeah, as all of us know as well, that buying a property, the process is cumbersome, but when selling as well, at times when the market is not on our side, or when the market is quiet, just like the COVID period. Yeah, the COVID period gives us a very good experience. Yeah, so a lot of people may not look into property. Yeah, transaction is not that easy as well. Yeah, but having said that, we know that the local property scene is strong. But if you look into, if you are from overseas, it may be a bit challenging as well. So that's where real estate NFT comes in. Yeah, real estate NFT basically is a token. Yeah, token. Like what James has shared with us is a non-fungible token. Yeah, it is unique. Yeah, so that's why we can tie the real estate title to the token. Yeah, the token is tied to the real estate title, meaning whenever you own a token, it represents ownership of the real estate title. Yeah, so when you own the token, it represents the real estate title as well. Yeah, so by owning the real estate NFT, it represents the digital ownership of the real estate. Yeah, so that there are people that started tokenizing the real estate currently. Yeah, so there are companies doing it in America. Yeah, and I've seen recently there's some in Portugal as well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's gaining momentum, and we see the opportunities. Yeah, because real estate NFT, they provide trust. Yeah, trustless, efficient exposure to wider market, borderless, wallet-to-wallet transaction, and most important, liquidity as well. Yeah, as we know, selling a real estate is not that easy. Yeah, you need to have a market depth to sell a property. Yeah, but with liquidity, being a stockbroker for 15 years, I always envisage that one day we can buy and sell real estate as easy as buying stock and shares. Yeah, so those days when we buy stock and shares, it's just a click of a button. And now we are there now. Yeah, with the real estate NFT, just with a click of a button, transaction can be done wallet to wallet using the blockchain technology, the smart contract. Yeah, so it is exciting time, and we are embracing it, and we would love to see the world moving towards that direction. Yeah. So as mentioned again, by going through blockchain technology and raise NFT, it reduces the number of intermediaries, shorten transaction time, and you own the title digitally, ownership digitally. Yeah. So most important is the liquidity and the accessibility. Yeah. So James, you want to add on anything?
Sure. So not only that, it opens door, for like Jalin, for developers to also have borderless market. So because if your real estate is tied to an NFT, basically means that people with like crypto, they can just transact and buy your property easily, just a click of a button. So you can be in the US, you can be in Indonesia, you can be in Philippines, but then you just have to transact, let's say, buy with your crypto, and then you own the token, and then you can just basically own the real estate. So yeah, that's one use case. Another use case also like fractionalization of assets. So yeah, I mean there's many I would say there's many benefits towards having an NFT with type to real estate. And also like traditionally we only can buy with fiat, right? Like the dollars, or with ringgit or Aussie dollar. But with NFT, and if let's say Jalin accepts cryptocurrency, or the developers accept cryptocurrency, basically means anyone in the world can just transact and buy it, let's say with Bitcoin. That will be so convenient.
Jalin do accept cryptocurrency.
So Ian said now he accepts cryptocurrency. So yeah, if you guys have crypto,
we have tied up with a digital bank. Digital bank that will assist in terms of transactions of cryptocurrency. So that means if you do have, if you let's say start off with, if you have US dollar or any other currencies, and if you do buy into cryptocurrency, you can transact or buy properties using cryptocurrency through Jalin Realty. Yeah, we do accept that, and we will assist with the transfer and also the conversion as well. Yeah, and in fact, real estate NFT is huge, and there's a lot of use case like what James has shared with us. And as mentioned earlier, why are we embracing? Because we see the security, we see the transparency in blockchain, and crypto market cap, cryptocurrency market cap at the moment is more than $2 trillion. It's huge. Yeah? It's bigger than a lot of exchanges in the world. There's $2 trillion. Yeah? The biggest market cap current cryptocurrency currently is Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum. Yeah, and the NFT market last year has generated more than $25 billion. Yeah, its current market cap is around $40 billion, and it's growing quite rapidly as well. Yeah, and as of I think first quarter, there's more than 10 billion of NFT has been traded. So it's a lot of people, just like what James has shared with us with regards like Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunk. A lot of people are buying and selling these images, and now we're introducing the real estate NFT. Yeah, and very important thing is that we are also, Jalin Realty is launching a membership club as well, known as Opulence.io. We'll be launching this in 2nd of April. Yeah, this membership will, and it's only 1,000 membership. This will provide our members opportunities into global real estate, purchasing real estate via real estate NFT. Yeah, so on top of that, there's a lot of other benefit by joining this NFT. Besides getting real estate NFT tokens, you get a lot of other benefit, membership benefit as well. Yeah, like end-to-end solution services, and also access to other not available property deals in the market. Yeah, imagine that with this 1,000 membership, we will be able to negotiate a better deal with the developers as well. Yeah, and we are launching this first real estate NFT. Yeah, so as mentioned again, no doubt the blockchain cryptocurrency is decentralized, it's not regulated. But having said that, property is a regulated asset. Yeah, it's a regulated asset. So there is still law, still legislation. So the property that we are marketing using the real estate token will be based on Victoria Australian legislation. Yeah, so it's still governed by Australian law as well. So the first property that we're going to launch is a property in Southbank, which this is the one. This is the most iconic project at the moment in Melbourne. It is known as Southbank by Beulah. It is located at Southbank, Melbourne. Yeah, the height is 366 meter, and you have Four Seasons Hotel in there as well, and it's the one and only mixed height development. Yeah, so as you can see from here, I think timing is good. Yeah, we are looking at this building, which is Southbank by Beulah. It's located at the 60 Southbank Boulevard. You can Google it and you know the exact location. And we love this building because it's iconic. It's an iconic masterpiece, tallest in the Southern Hemisphere and in Australia as well. And in fact, it's the tallest vertical garden in the world. There's only 710 residential apartments. I believe it will sell off fairly quickly. It hasn't been launched yet. It will launch in the 2nd of April. So in fact, for any of our new members, those who come over to Australia to attend the event, the official launch event, and join our membership and buy a property, we will reimburse you specially $3,500 for your flight and accommodation. Yeah? This is especially for our Opulence membership, and to show our gratitude as well. Yeah, so we believe that this is very timely to launch this most iconic building, together with our real estate NFT. And having said that, this is an off-the-plan property. Yeah, it's an off-the-plan. It's a world first off-the-plan real estate property, and it is the first Australian real estate NFT. Yeah, so I believe there'll be some value in this token. Having said that, you can buy this property or any property traditionally as well, through a traditional method, signing a contract or remitting the currency and get a bank loan. You can do the same thing as well. But if you go through this digital real estate NFT method, a lot of things, the whole process will be shortened and it'll be much faster. And as mentioned again, the liquidity will be there. Meaning if you do have intention to sell it, this can be marketed and you can list it on the Jalin property platform, or like what James has shared with us in OpenSea. That's where all the real estate NFT is transacted. Most of them are transacted over there, and you can sell it easily over there. And this project is a off-the-plan completion expected to be 2027 or 2028, early 2028. And during this period, I believe that there'll be a lot of interest from people from around the world, because of the masterpiece architecture, and also, it has the European Art Gallery Centre Pompidou as well from Paris in this project. So this is one of the world famous. Those who have been to Paris will know that Centre Pompidou is very popular with a lot of art enthusiasts, and in fact, they will be coming to Australia, the first one to be in Australia, exhibiting all the latest art. And as mentioned earlier, Four Seasons will be there as well. So I think it is timely to launch this project with our real estate NFT, and we believe the upside will be good. Yeah, having said that, all investment there's risk, but we feel that with the real estate NFT, the liquidity will increase, accessibility will be there as well. Definitely, the opportunity of appreciation will be much better compared to the traditional method. Yeah. So how does this work? Yeah, how does this work? Yeah. So basically, once anyone who is interested in this real estate NFT, we will issue them. Yeah, you can buy through traditional fiat or in cryptocurrency. We will issue the token to you. Yeah, and you will hold the token. And as mentioned as well, the token will represent the ownership of the property. The property will be registered under a legal entity of Australia. Yeah, so we will be trading the legal entity and the token easily. Yeah, so it can be traded on our platform or OpenSea or LooksRare, and very importantly as well, the rental income will be remitted to you via our platform as well. Yeah, all be done automatically. Yeah, and I think there's a bit more on my side is that as all of us know, buying properties is a very important process of our life. Yeah, it's a very important process of life. We need to go to the bank to ensure that we can get a loan and ensure that the whole process will go through smoothly as well. Jalin is going to start a marketplace for real estate NFT transactions. So this will give better accessibility and liquidity to all our customers as well. And most importantly as well, getting a loan from a bank is getting more and more difficult. As all of us know that, and some of you may know as well, that in blockchain, there is peer-to-peer lending. That means you and me can lend to anyone else using the blockchain technology. So that means any one of us can be the banker as well to lend to the other party. Yeah. So these are the things that we call it decentralized finance, which is very, very exciting that we are developing as well. Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh, yeah, that's a very interesting. That's a very interesting recap about what NFT and NFT will do to be able to help buyers who are interested in buying tap on two income boosters or two revenue boosters per se, the underlying asset as well as the token in itself. But I would like to actually come back to you with regard to some of the questions that were raised, so maybe that can actually help guide us through as well to see whether, number one, how does NFT change the landscape, and two, Beulah per se, in terms of this project. There's Ang Hulin who messaged and asked about how is federal and state government involved in NFT? Is there involvement in this?
Yeah, so in fact, as mentioned again, the ownership, yeah. So we are tying the ownership to a legal entity. So that means this legal entity will own this property, and this legal entity is owned by you. Yeah. So it will be registered in the local land office, and the owner is the legal entity which is owned by you as well. So the property token will be transacting the property token of the legal entity. Now, I hope I answered the question. Yeah, so the federal and as mentioned again, property is a regulated asset, and what we are doing is all regulatory compliance. It is very, very important. If there's any taxes, you still need to pay taxes. If there's any stamp duty, you still need to pay stamp duty as well. Yeah.
But the ownership is actually under an Australian entity. Would that be correct?
Australian entity, yes, correct.
Right. Okay. So in terms of the ownership of the asset, it would be the Australian entity, but the ownership of the NFT would be any of the buyers, be they local or foreign. Would that be correct?
Correct. That's right. acquire locally. You will still have to follow any Australian regulations or law as well.
Is the ownership then disclosed? Would people know who's the owner of the NFT?
Yeah, whenever you buy it, if you do, if those are familiar with cryptocurrency transactions, as all of us know that it's transparent, but having said that, it is anonymous. Yeah, it is anonymous, but everything is transparent. All transactions are recorded. Anyone can go into blockchain and trace who has transacted this, but anonymously. Yeah, anonymously.
But you can find the address, so you know which address owns the assets. But unless the address it's been known like who owns the address, then you can find out who's the person behind it. But otherwise, it's an address is known.
Correct. That's right. So in this case, yeah, as mentioned again, property is a regulated asset. So whoever going to buy this property, they will have to do a KYC with us. Yeah, KYC with us to register their name, and that's where we will have the legal entity to be tied to this token, which is owned by the buyer. Yeah.
Okay. Then there's another question that was raised by Kiki. With the recent Probill challenge, is the project that's the Southbank project any part connected to Probill?
Yeah, Probill has declared insolvent, I think, a couple of months ago. I don't think they're involved in this at all. Yeah, and I definitely not involved in this.
Okay. I have another question from Indonesia. So does that mean that you need to get, if you're interested in this Southbank project, that you need to buy the NFT first, then only you're able to purchase the property? Or can you still purchase the property without buying the NFT?
You can. As mentioned again, you can go through the traditional method, yeah, which is the whole process of going through the solicitor and signing the contracts, exchanging the contracts. Yeah. As mentioned again, the ease of if you do go through the NFT, we will guide you accordingly as well, not to worry. But everything will be online, pre-programmed, and will guide every individual to fill up the contracts and sign the contract. Everything will be online DocuSign, and most important thing is that the transaction will be very easy. But what I would like to emphasize is that with the token, it provides better liquidity and accessibility. Meaning, if you do want to nominate, if you do want to sell, there's a bigger pool of market over there, and it's easier to sell as well. So for those who have bought off the plan property before, some of you who would like to nominate, it may not be as easy as we think, especially when the market is down. Yeah? But with the real estate NFT, with the token, anyone with cryptocurrency, they can buy from you. Yeah? So what James shared with us earlier, a lot of people are buying the digital art. We will be the first one that will have a digital asset tying with a physical asset, a tangible asset. So I believe the demand will be good. Reason being is that we have a tangible asset together with a digital asset as well. Yeah.
Does this only work for off-the-plan properties, or does this also work for even properties that are already established, Ian?
Yeah, good questions. Yep. It works for off-the-plan and established as well. So currently we are, as you may know, that we need to program the program first. Yeah, the programming first. We have done it for off-the-plan. The next one will be established property. Yeah. But having said that, established property, as mentioned again, Australian properties, for established property, we only can sell back to Australian as we are still law-abiding. We are registered as agents, so we still have to follow the laws. Right?
I've got a question from Malaysia, and the question is, what happens if you lose your token? Would you still be known as the owner of the asset?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, very interesting. So as mentioned again, from my earlier slides, the negative part of cryptocurrency blockchain is that the onus is on you. You are responsible. If you if it's a bank, if you lose your ATM card, you can call the bank. Yeah, but over here, because it is decentralized, you are in charge. So if you lose your private key, the token, you will not lose it. It's a private key. If you lose a private key, you have to make sure you remember the key. Yeah, so that's the negative part. But having said that, as mentioned again, property is a regulated asset. Yeah, so for those who buy the property from us, we will have your detail to protect you and us as well. Yeah, so that means if you lose the property token, not to worry, Jalin Realty will have the registrar will access it for you, just like a bank, and give you the password. Yeah.
So
So if I'm not,
sorry, go ahead, James.
if I'm not wrong, so basically the first, I mean, those who have registered, those who have the token and registered with Jalin Realty, yeah, even though you lost the token, you are safe. But let's say you have the token and then you sell the token to another party, and the party did not register with Jalin yet, and that person that bought the token lost the key, then yes, then he probably would have lost the ownership, and the ownership still belongs to the first buyer.
Yeah, so that's why it's very important that whenever there's a transaction, especially the property token, Jalin will be something similar, like the registrar will assist with all the registration. Having said that, do remember something that all of us can think about is the transaction is a token transaction. It is not a property transactions. It's token transactions.
Okay. Well, gentlemen, we are almost coming to the end of our session over here. I think we've covered quite a bit in terms of the evolution of real estate and how real estate can be transacted in a more hassle-free, less friction methodology, as well as making it even more, putting more liquidity into it to actually help buyers and sellers achieve their goals faster. Yes, there are some pros and yes, there are some cons, but I think that if one is prudent in buying real estate, the cons actually are very outweighed by the pros in going through down this route. James has actually said something very interesting to what I've heard just now in terms of the Bored Apes. And yeah, some people may not say, it's just an image. Can I just copy it? Can I just take a screenshot and copy it? Unfortunately, I think from what the discussion was all about today is that you can't copy this. It's a single unique identifier. And there's only one. So therefore, you have the only one, per se. And if you have the risk in terms of worrying that if you lose your token, what happens? As long as you are registered with Jalin, you are deemed as the owner, we can still help you, even though you may have lost your token. But if you have sold the property and given the token, but the new owner did not register for the property, then according to what James mentioned just now, property is still registered under the old owner's name. Would that be correct, Ian?
Yeah, correct. So it's very important for anyone who bought a property, just need to register with us. And yeah, we will be able to assist. Yeah.
Absolutely. And lastly, coming to just this South Bank project, Babula, I think, first of all, 710 units, from what I've seen, and I've been working in the CBD area marketing completed projects for developers per se, a lot of them are all in excess of 1,000 units in terms of the residential units. So by actually having something that is 710, it's actually quite smallish, I would say, and therefore would generate even higher demand. So if you're going to be interested in knowing more, just reach out to Ian, the numbers on the left and the emails on the left, reach out to James or reach out to myself. We'll be able to help you answer any of the questions that you may have. More importantly, we would like to also welcome you to take part in this journey, this very exciting journey moving forward in how NFT will change the real estate industry here, not just in Australia, but around the world. So, gents, before we let you go, maybe I can get James. James, are you still there? Yeah, James, maybe your closing thoughts and remarks for NFT in real estate in Australia. Where do you see it heading?
No, I think real estate NFT. A lot of teams and people, bright minds, are actually looking into real estate NFT, and it's just the beginning. It's going to be really huge because I would say what blockchain can do to real estate is huge, like borderless transaction, fractionalization, and even like the one that we just mentioned, even for off the plan assets. Like even like in Australia, traditionally, if you buy an off the plan project, it's pretty illiquid. You can't really, after you buy 3 months later and you change your mind, you can't really sell it to another person. But with a token, you can actually sell it to someone else. So I think that solves a lot of problems as well. So yeah, I see a real estate NFT is going to be maybe a huge narrative, maybe in a couple months down the road. So yeah, I would say if you ever plan to buy a property, let's say like even like Beulah apartment, I would suggest you to go negotiate, speak to Jalin and request, can I buy it, and then also get a property token at the same time, because you're not only owning the apartment itself, you're also owning the NFT token itself, and not only that, you also a part of a membership community that Ian and Jalin Realty has set up as well.
So hopefully it can be like a similar, like a Bored Apes journey.
Yeah. Who knows? Like by buying that, the membership could skyrocket because of the utility we have. We could do so much more. With a united community.
Yeah. Ian, any closing thoughts or ideas or remarks?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is that one of the reason why we get into real estate NFT is that I think to all of us is the liquidity. Yeah, so liquidity. If you do look into any other asset class compared to illiquid and liquid asset, generally they trade 10-20% more. Yeah? So meaning that if you do have a liquid asset token, property token, compared to an illiquid traditional property, the one with the liquidity will generally appreciate better with a higher demand, because you can enter and exit easily as well. So I think definitely it's in the right direction, and I hope everyone will look into this. And if you do have any interest, do let us know. Our number is there. WhatsApp us, call us, or email to us as well. We're more than happy to serve you, and hope to see any one of you in Melbourne soon for the official launch on 2nd of April. We're more than happy to rebate you 3,500 for your flights and your accommodation.
Well, Ian, I'm going to make it one up for you guys, okay? If any of you from Malaysia, or in fact anywhere in Asia, do come across into Melbourne to come and see Beulah or South Bank, let's say this project, if the timing suits, I'll even get James and Ian to have coffee with you guys as well. Let's try to put that one up so you can really go one-on-one with them as well. All right?
All right.
Yeah, this is history in the making. History in the making.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. This is Jalin Realty Production, and what we're trying to do is actually to make things simpler and easier for everybody to understand how one can take not just one step into real estate and making that real estate as part of your asset portfolio, but how to take leaps to help you grow your wealth. Thank you so much for tuning in, and again, have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.